What's going on, guys? JazzyBurrs2 here. Glad to be back to make another video once again, and today we are going to be talking about something that is very important to the game's future. Heck, it could even be the game's future. That's how dire this is. We are talking about what's happening with Marvel's Avengers being sold. Now, to do a quick recap for those who didn't know, Square Enix sold off Marvel's Avengers to another company called Embracer. And what's happening now is Embracer is pretty much waiting on Marvel and Disney, or pretty much Marvel Games, to give them the rights, contracts over to them so they can either continue it or see how it goes. So pretty much it all relies on Marvel Games if they're going to hand out the license or not. Now there is two ways that this can go. The first one to most is bad. The first option is Marvel Games doesn't give them the license, or they look into how the game has been performing and Marvel's Avengers is no more after a certain point. And then there's a second option where they do get the license and then they look into the game and say, okay, this could have potential. Let's continue the game. And then we possibly get it for another 6 months to a year. It really depends on how much time they actually had left before being sold. And it also depends on what Square Enix was trying to do with them beforehand. Now, there is a lot to discuss with that alone as to how that'll work, what content they'll have left. So to pretty much put it up there so I don't waste your guys' time, it is believed that patch 2.4, which will be the event that gives exotic rewards that level you up to the raid, and patch 2.5, which is the Jane Foster update, will still be coming. They're basically set and locked in. Everything else after that is pretty much speculation, but we do have a couple of things to go off of for the future of the game from a couple of the devs. A dev, aka a developer on Reddit, otherwise known as CD Nick E, basically gave us a lot of confidence with the future of the game. When somebody posted something talking about Jane being the last update or the last hero, then they cut the check, Nick said, remind me 6 months. Now, that could be many things. That could be tell me in 6 months. But for the most part, what it really means is Nick is very confident that the game is going to go on for another 6 months, or they're going to get the license and continue on as planned. This would make sense since as a dev, he has more insider information than we do, and he probably knows a lot more since he's mainly communication and all that. Whereas the other dev on Twitter, Brian Wagner, as Rose, he decided to make a post. He made a post saying he's been working on the next hero design lately. And while that could mean making plans for hero design, it definitely is a good sign because it tells you that they're still working on stuff that's ahead of what we know. So what we know is She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Jane Foster, and Captain Marvel. Regardless of if Brian is taking that off of we don't know them yet, so he's going to use them, it's best to assume that he's probably not going to be working on She-Hulk, considering the fact that her voice lines are kind of already in there, considering the fact that people are shouting her name whenever she gets downed. They probably have her model ready. Same for the Winter Soldier 2, as he has some people referencing him in the voice lines. That'll be for a different video. Thank you, Miller. And then as for Captain Marvel, it is also the same. So those three are down, and we know Jane has a model. So it's probably going to be a new hero. As to who that will be, that really does depend, as we don't know. Good guesses can be Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Ant-Man, or most likely War Machine, considering the fact that he is an Echo, and he would probably be the easiest to make out of all of those choices. But that's my personal opinion. Now, as to what's really going on, what I think, it's a very complicated situation, and I definitely did have to delay this video for a couple of reasons, mainly that. Others are Doctor Strange spoilers for a while. But I think Avengers at the end of the day is going to be okay. I don't think it's gonna die. I think it still has some life left in it, and something tells me it will make a small comeback. Even if it's for 6 months, we have to take all that we could get at this point. But it is very conflicting because, as I haven't told you guys yet, Marvel's Avengers actually had a profit with Square Enix. They actually made some sort of profit, but at the same time, apparently they also lost 200 million. So you have to make your way in between that and really see if it could go or not. But overall, that's how I feel. That's what's going on. Just wanted to tell you guys so we're all aware. And before we go, I actually do have an exciting announcement. Are you looking for something snazzy, cool, fitting for your profile picture or banner on the internet? Well, guess what? For anyone who wants something made, like thumbnails, Twitter banners, profile pictures, or just something for a different platform in general, I am now accepting commissions. That's right, baby. I do art. Feel free to DM me. You could DM me on Twitter or on Discord. The links will be in the description. And then we could talk about the prices, what you want, and we'll get everything suited for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm bad at promos, but I'll see you guys later in the next video. Yeah. Peace. Have a good day.